making sense, bear with me for a second. I like stripping back that need for things. Wow, I feel like a different person. So today's video is one I'm really excited about. It's a collaboration, which is always fun, but this is a collaboration with, whoa, my voice, Lucy from Elastic Blog, who is all the way over in New Zealand, like the other side of the world. Lucy lives with her family in a yurt on an organic farm in New Zealand, has the most incredible, like, different, but I'm sure challenging existence to ours here, and it's like right in there with nature. It's so beautiful. Today we are doing a collaboration where we're discussing 10 easy ways to live simply. You might think, what does that even mean, to live simply? And for me and Lucy it means different things, and for you it will mean different things, but I'm just going to explain what I do to live simply and why. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first of all, why do I like living simply? So for me, it's just the most peaceful existence. Does that make sense? It's the existence where things are stripped back, and it's an existence that makes me feel more grounded, more calm, and does great things for my emotional well-being. The first way that I like to live simply is by connecting with nature. So if I take a walk outside for like even 5 minutes and get some fresh air in my lungs, it just makes me feel good. And it's so simple, I don't need anything, and it works wonders. When we go camping as a family, we connect in a way like we just cannot connect when we go on other sorts of holidays. We come back feeling so bonded. It's just something about living in a tent under a canvas, cooking all your meals from scratch, living that stripped back, simple existence that I find so special and so amazing. So yeah, the first way for me that I like to live simply is to spend time in nature. Whatever that is to you, a walk outside, a camping trip, a frolic around a field, whatever it is. And the second way that I live simply is by eating a mainly plant-based diet. I don't eat any processed foods. My main types of foods are actually foods that have one ingredient, i.e. fruit and vegetables, and sometimes some carbohydrates. I like simple meals. I like a plate of pasta with a simple tomato sauce with really good tomatoes, or I like a salad with like 3 ingredients, some really nice rocket avocado and an amazing green bell pepper. I think the food that you put in your body is so important, and yeah, for me, complex or processed foods is just not something I want to put in my body, and it also does not make me feel good. The third way that I like to live simply is by having less stuff. So maybe you guys have seen I have a hashtag on Instagram that is say no to stuff. I am slowly and systematically minimalizing quite a lot of our house. Whether it's my clothes or whether it's the kids' toys, I don't like having too much stuff. You wouldn't necessarily think it looking at all the plants behind me, but I like simple spaces that are filled mainly with good lighting, good plants, and maybe a good throw, but I just don't like having too much stuff. And I think having less stuff allows you to live a more simple life, or at least a life that feels less complex. I don't know if this is making sense, but too much stuff bogs me down and does not make me feel good. The fourth way that I like to live simply is by limiting the amount of technology that I consume and that the kids consume. So even though it's weird because my job is kind of based online and uses a lot of technology, aside from that, I really do not consume much. It's very rare that Sam and I watch TV, and if we do, it's either a film or the news. There's one show that I think I've watched, but I am not into box sets. I'm not into like flicking on the TV at the end of the night. I've literally got my phone and my camera and my laptop, and even that is like quite a lot for me and sometimes gets me down or like breaks, and then I just find it stressful. So yeah, limiting my media, my technology is like a big one for me in terms of living simply. I wish I didn't have to have any of it, but such is life that I feel like to be connected in any way you do need it. So I have it, but I'm very careful with it and I limit its use. Equally with the kids, they have like a little iPad thing. I think it's an iPad that they share, but we really limit its use and don't like them watching it at all. The fifth way that I like to live simply is by doing yoga. Bear with me for a second. One of the reasons I love yoga is because you are doing this incredible thing with one thing and one thing only, and that is your body. You don't even need a mat, you don't need a block, you don't need a brick, you don't need any of those things, you just need your body. And I love the fact that it's so simple and that you can be anywhere and do it, and all you need is yourself. That's something that I love about yoga, that it's just you and your body and that's it. So another way that I like to live simply is by not having a routine and trying to just go with the flow and be spontaneous. So some of you will know that the kids don't have any routine, they have no set times for meals or for naps. They might have breakfast at 10 a.m, they might have lunch at 3 p.m. or dinner at 9 p.m. We just go with it. For me, that's a big part of how I like to live simply, because I'm not looking at the clock, I'm not worrying what time things are, I'm just kind of going with it and following the natural flow of things, and that helps me feel relaxed, it helps me feel good, and it helps me lead a just simple life. The seventh way that I live simply is all about quite a big life change I just made recently, which is to quit my day job in a big corporation. So I was stressed and really consumed by intense amounts of things to do and had about 10 zillion brain tabs open. I knew that I needed to simplify my life somehow, and that involved quitting my day job. Quite drastic, and we've had to make changes as a result. But wow, I feel like a different person. I feel so much calmer, so much better, just crossing out that big part of my life and just having a more simple existence where it's just about my kids, me, my family, and this makes me feel so much better. The eighth way that I like to live simply is by trying as much as possible to grow and make my own things. Whether that's cooking food from scratch or growing vegetables in the garden or tending to plants, I like growing and creating and making my own things. I like that feeling of creating something from nothing and watching it and nurturing it, and that for me helps me lead a more simple existence. That element of self-sufficiency makes me feel really grounded and really good. The ninth way that I like to live a simple life is by doing nothing. So I spoke before about having no routine with the kids and with myself. I also really like having days where we have no plans and we do nothing. Whether that's me with the kids and we just see what happens, or it's me on my own when the kids have their nursery day and I just see what kind of bubbles up. Having days where you do nothing and living in that way is so nice. I cannot even tell you, so much comes from it that you wouldn't even imagine. So I'd really urge you just to give it a go and try. If you look up Zero Plans Day on Instagram, you will see loads of days where we've had no plans and all the fun things that have come up as a result. The final thing I do to live simply is more of a behavioral one, and that is practicing kindness and gratitude. So I make much more of a conscious effort now, probably because of all the other things I've described up to this point, to do small acts of kindness, whether that's messaging somebody that you think might need a message, or grabbing something for someone in the shops that you know they're going to really enjoy, or just being grateful for being able to move your body and smile and do things that some people can't. Having that mindset takes me to a better place and is such a powerful thing. I really like the phrase that is the hardest thing to be is happy, because it takes work to have a different mindset and have a positive mindset. It's something you kind of have to practice, and it's something that I've been practicing a lot more this year, and it's working wonders. Your mind has a mind of its own, so you've got to control it and make it move in certain directions and know when hormones are coming into play, because that just messes with everything, and tell yourself, okay, it's my hormones that are making me feel this way, it's okay. I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but those are 10 ways to live simply, and are all actions and beliefs that I practice. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to pop over to Lucy's video and see the 10 ways that she's talking about. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video and give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment with your ways that you live simply, and otherwise I will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.